Here's something most people don't realize. A large percentage of people don't abandon their dreams because they lack talent, resources, or intelligence. They abandon them because their anxiety quietly convinces them to aim smaller. Not to quit completely, just to lower the ceiling, to choose the safer version of the dream, the more realistic one, the one that doesn't attract attention, risk, or judgment. Anxiety doesn't usually scream, "Don't try." It whispers, "Don't reach too far." And over time, that whisper shapes entire lives. Dreaming big isn't just about imagination. It's about tolerance. Tolerance for uncertainty. Tolerance for discomfort. Tolerance for the emotional exposure that comes with wanting more. Most people assume anxiety is the enemy of ambition. In reality, anxiety is the gatekeeper. The size of your dreams is often limited by how much emotional discomfort you're willing to sit with. This is why conquering anxiety isn't just about feeling calm. It's about reclaiming your permission to want more from life. Anxiety shows up in different disguises. For some, it's the fear of failure. Not failing privately, but failing publicly. For others, it's the fear of judgment, being seen trying and not measuring up. And for many, it's the fear of success, because success brings responsibility, visibility, and pressure. These anxieties don't stop people outright. They redirect them. People choose careers they don't love but feel safe. They delay ideas until later. They convince themselves they don't want what they secretly crave. Anxiety doesn't block the path. It subtly reroutes it. Anxiety is not a flaw. It's a survival mechanism. Your brain evolved to protect you from danger, not from regret. When you dream bigger, your brain interprets uncertainty as threat. It reacts with doubt, overthinking, and worst-case scenarios. That reaction feels logical, even when it's not helpful. The problem isn't anxiety itself. The problem is believing every anxious thought deserves obedience. The goal is not to eliminate anxiety, and that's unrealistic. The goal is to move forward with it present. One powerful technique is reframing anxious thoughts with affirmations that focus on capacity, not comfort. I can feel anxious and still take action. Discomfort doesn't mean danger. Growth feels unfamiliar before it feels natural. Another strategy is shrinking the time horizon. Anxiety thrives in distant futures. Action thrives in small steps. You don't need courage for the whole journey, just for the next step. I once watched someone delay their dream for years, not because they lacked ability, but because anxiety convinced them they weren't ready. Every year the dream stayed the same, but their confidence shrank until one moment. They stopped asking, "What if I fail?" and started asking, "What if I stay here forever?" That question changed the balance. They took one uncomfortable step, then another, then another. Anxiety didn't disappear, but it stopped being in charge, and their dream finally had room to grow. Anxiety isn't the reason people don't dream big. Fear is part of every meaningful life. What limits people is the belief that they must feel fearless before they act. Dreams expand when anxiety loses authority, not when it disappears. You don't conquer anxiety by fighting it. You conquer it by refusing to let it decide the size of your life. Here's something different. Tonight, don't write a to-do list. Write this sentence instead. If anxiety wasn't in charge, I would aim for, be honest. That sentence doesn't demand action yet. It restores permission. If this video helped you see anxiety differently, share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more content that helps you grow without pretending fear doesn't exist, subscribe and stay here. Your dreams don't need you to be fearless. They need you to be willing.